Are you trying to get yourself moving and get out of this summertime rut? You feel the need to do and achieve and go after your goals and maybe have your hot girl summer, but for some reason you can't manage to get yourself to take the steps to get there, and you need just like a quick fix motivator to kind of get the ball rolling again, because we all know that an object in motion stays in motion. Thank you, Newton's law. And because of this law, all we have to do to start achieving our goals and get ourselves on the right path is to get the ball rolling and get the momentum going. So if that is you, then you're gonna wanna come and spend the day with me today, because in this vlog, we are doing a 1-day hardcore, let's get out of this rut and get the momentum going reset. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Brianna. I am the diva behind Diva and the Divine, and I'm going to take you along with me as I get myself out of the week-long rut that I have been in. Previously, I started this 75-day soft challenge and it went killer for about a week, and then week 2 went not so stellar, and since then I haven't been able to regain the momentum. So here we are, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how I regain my momentum. And it is noon, so that's actually very, very important. I have already been in action mode getting things done. Here is what I have done so far. I have eaten a healthy, nourishing breakfast in a smaller portion than what my eyeballs desired. In my previous video, I talked about how even though my goal for the 75 soft challenge was to track my food, I've been struggling with the desire to track my food. So a couple of things have gone into play since then. I've spent the last day or two reflecting and figuring out, okay, what is it that I have to do in order to make this feel more obtainable to me? So I changed the way I'm tracking a little bit, and I'm only tracking, specific foods, specific metrics, and most importantly, making sure that I'm only eating when I'm hungry, stopping before I'm full, taking smaller portions, things of that nature, but focusing on what it is I'm eating. More of the healthier, nourishing foods, less of those things, right? I also started the ball rolling in a potential one-on-one in-person accountability type scenario with a friend of mine. So that is going to be something that's really helpful. She actually messaged me for help, and I said, I can absolutely help you. And actually, in true transparency, I could really use some help in this area as well. Would you like to hold each other accountable? And she said, yes, absolutely. So that also helped kind of rekindle the fire of like, okay, I have an accountability buddy in real life. Now I have to figure out what it is she's going to help me stay accountable to. So that's been going well. I've established that. The next thing, if you want to get up and get the ball rolling, the first thing you need to do is figure out what is an advantageous morning routine to you. So far this morning, I have done my Bible studying. I have finished one of the 2 books that I have been meaning to finish this week. So that's actually checked off and done. I have done my journaling, albeit not that much. I have gotten into my planner, which let me show you. Truly, I don't think I'm a paper planner girl anymore. I'm out of that season, and it took me about 10 years to get out of that season, but I haven't used this in a really long time. This is the Cultivate What Matters weekly planner, and I do like it when I apply myself to use it, but I'm learning that in this current season, I'm more of a digital girl. But this week I decided, let's go ahead and use this. What this is a weekly to-do list, the things that I need to get done this week. And so let's go ahead and just talk about what I have written down so far. And I still have like 6 or 7 spots left to fill things in as they come to me. But the point of the weekly to-do list and the 24-hour get out of a rut reset is I'm going to see how many of these things I can do today. That's right, today. So I have a Costco run. I have video 1 for the week, edited and uploaded. That's done. I just finished that. That's the other thing I spent time doing this morning, is editing a video and getting it uploaded, and it will go live tomorrow. Video 2, edited and uploaded. Spoiler alert, this is video 2. Finish up my Harry Potter medal. I have 11 miles left to go on that. Schedule my eye doctor appointment, schedule a pedicure, film 2 videos. I can technically count this as that too. Content plan, dust my Broadway nook, get Gracie a grooming appointment. I just did that 10 minutes ago. Finish 5 Pillars of Wealth, which is the book I finished this morning, so that's done. Make a Mediterranean recipe. Finish the Vex King book, that's the second book I have to do. Do my nails, meaning paint my nails, and dye my eyebrows. That's what I have so far. I also have my schedule all laid out. Most of my schedule this week is white space, which means I have no excuse and all the time in the world to be able to get as much done as possible. So now the goal is to pick up my 75 soft challenge and actually start checking off the other things in that. I have done a lot of the lifestyle stuff, which is journal, Bible study, read. I have to post on Instagram and stay off of my phone and get up with this. I got up with my alarm too. So those things are mostly done and dusted. Great. The health and wellness ones are track my food in my new method of tracking, get all of my steps in, which I'm about to go downstairs and do a planned workout, like an actual workout, and I'm going to do day 1. I'm starting fresh on the 25-minute speed train from Beachbody. We're doing day 1 over again, and we're gonna make this the week that I complete it, get all of my hydration in, and take my supplements. And I've got about half my supplements done already, and I will make my other supplements as I get ready to go work out. And we're just going to knock all of this out. My goal is to just knock it all out as quickly as possible. Why? Because building that momentum is what's gonna help us get it done. So what I need you to do, my friend who is also in a rut, plan your morning routine, and then plan the things that you need to do, and then figure out how you're going to get them done in the quickest and most efficient way possible. That is how we're going to get things started today. This is a hardcore reset, not like a soft reset. We're doing it all, and we're doing it all as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let's go.
First things first, I want to make this beverage every day, and while I'm not perfect at it, today is a day that I'm getting it done. And this is a combination of 2 ingredients. The first one is creatine, which is great for muscle gains, muscle health, muscle recovery, and currently is being researched for brain health as well. A very highly rated supplement in that it's generally safe for most people. And then I'm using naked BCAAs, no flavors, no sweeteners, no nothing, just BCAAs. And then to make the BCAAs taste a little bit better, I add some lemon juice and some Mio just to make it taste reasonable. And today I achieved that.
First things first, I'm downstairs and I'm doing a restock. Why am I doing the restock now? Because after I work out and beat myself up, I'm not going to want to haul stuff up and down the stairs. So I'm doing that now. And the restock that I'm doing is for my stuff, which is these Bloom energy drinks. These are really, really tasty, and they have 180 milligrams of caffeine in them. So they're big energy boosters. And then over here, I have Aspire energy drinks, which are less caffeine. They are only 80 milligrams of caffeine. And so I'm going to bring some of those upstairs as well. And then I want to bring up some of the Nuri protein shakes. These are the new equivalent of the Fairlife nutrition shakes in vanilla. They taste just like them. They're very, very good. And you know what? Fairlife is missing out by halting production of their vanilla ones, and Nuri jumped on the bandwagon and was like, you know what, we got it, and they're great. So I'm going to bring all of these beverages upstairs and get them in my refrigerator so they can be cooling so I can use them the rest of the week. I also have to bring some toilet paper upstairs, and was also doing a cleaning supply check-in to know what I needed to add to my to-do list or my to-buy list when I go to Costco tomorrow. So we're getting all that done, and then we're going to get that workout in. In terms of order of operations, I need to come up here and dye my eyebrows before I take a shower, primarily because I have something I need to do, just change out the pump in my conditioner before I take a shower, and that's going to take about the same amount of time as it'll take my eyebrows to process. So I'm going to get the dye on my eyebrows, and then we're going to go from there, take an everything shower. It's going to be lovely. All right, it is 3:30 p.m. I am showered, my hair has been washed, I have put in the leave-in conditioners and whatnot, and my skin has been washed, it has been chemically exfoliated, and it has been doused with calming serums, hydrating serums, things of the nature. So my skin is essentially done for the day. I'm not putting any makeup on, I'm not doing anything of that nature, because then I don't have to go through the hassle of skincare again later. So my skin is done. My hair has some air dry stuff in it. I'm probably going to end up pulling it up in a ponytail. And I have 7,660 steps. So now what do we do? It is 3:30 p.m. and now is the time of day where I start to slow down. The energy starts to wane a little bit, and that is when things like eating for the sake of wanting to feel productive, eating because I'm feeling bored, and eating for energy but not really, it's like a poor excuse for energy, that can start to sink in now because I've been physically active, and I'm just, if I sit down, I'm going to end up collapsing. So I had a thought. I have a Target pickup order that I have to go get, and I was going to do it tomorrow, but I can go and do it today. And then I was thinking, as a method of getting out of my rut, and specifically like the health related rut, I think I'm going to do something I have never done before, and I'm going to go over to the local farm that this past weekend, or maybe last week, announced that they are open for the season, and they are open every day as a functioning shop where I can buy locally grown goods and produce. And so for a little bit more expensive, I am sure, I can get locally grown, delicious produce. And so my thought process was, and is, we buy a lot in bulk, and my husband doesn't love when I buy things in bulk, especially if we don't finish it. And honestly, some of the bulk produce has been kind of wishy-washy in quality lately. So my thought is, I don't need too much this week, but this would be a great opportunity for me to get in the car. It's only 80 degrees, which is way different than the 95 it was the last 2 days. So if I go in the car, drive on over to the farm, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes away, and see what they have, even just looking and observing and seeing, okay, what are the prices? What do they have to offer? Things of that nature. And then maybe come home with 1 or 2 things that I might need, or a variety, small portions of a variety of produce. Then I don't have to go to Target for my produce or something like that, or even Costco, because sometimes the Costco stuff lately hasn't been looking great either. But I know that they have some local strawberries, which is tempting. So I think to kind of switch it up and give myself a completely wellness related zhuzh, I guess, let's go to the local farm and see what they have, and then go get my Target pickup order. Adventure, and I ended up going to 3 places, not 1, because are we surprised? No. So first is my nice little farm fresh haul. This is from the local farm. I got 2 zucchinis. The asparagus looked really good, and I was thinking, roasted asparagus with the steaks we have in the refrigerator later this week. Heck yes. We got some baby cucumbers, and we got some itty bitty, I might have stolen a taste though, but super tasty, strawberries. So that was from the farm. Then I went to Cub Foods because I needed to obtain specific ingredients for the Mediterranean dish, which, if you are keeping up with what my goals are for the week and for June and whatnot, I have to make a new Mediterranean dish out of this Mediterranean cookbook. I intend to do that today while our dinner is cooking. And so it's technically going to end up being 2 recipes in one, because the recipe calls for a dressing, which is a different recipe, if that makes sense. So it is a basil vinaigrette dressing and a farro kidney bean cherry tomato salad thing. It looks really good, really fresh, sounded amazing. Bottom line is I needed to get all of the ingredients for this dressing, and I couldn't find white wine vinegar. Why I could not find white wine vinegar, I have absolutely no idea. But I got some fresh basil, and then to cheat just a little bit, I also got some of the basil paste. I needed a shallot, I needed some corn, and I needed some dark red kidney beans. Taylor Farms salad kits were on sale, and this flavor is new to me, but it will go really nicely if we have any leftover chicken based on the way that I'm going to season it today. So it's going to just flow right into the leftovers from today. Will be able to be used for this, which will be amazing. I got some Joseph's pita, and yeah, they're open. I needed a snack in the car, and the easiest thing to do was to eat a 60-calorie pita bread. So I did, rather than getting myself into trouble. And then my husband needed breakfast bread, so this sounded interesting. And then this was just on sale, and I have been looking for something to replace the Target chicken seasoning that they stopped selling. And so the ingredients on this sounded good, so we're going to give that a try because it was quite a significant number of dollars off. This was not purchased. And then I went to Sam's Club. Or no, I didn't. And then I went to Target. And at Target, I got Good and Gather stuff. I was looking for, again, white wine vinegar. Could not find it. Had to go to Target for a pickup anyway. And needed to get cheese. So I had a coupon in my Target Circle account for $10 off a $10 or more purchase of Good and Gather food. So this entire food haul from Target cost me like $2 or $3, which is amazing. So I got sharp cheddar cheese and I got triple cheddar cheese shredded, 2 of my favorite whole grain blends with the brown rice, lentils, and quinoa. And then I needed some more strawberry preserves. I've been really enjoying having strawberry preserves and like actually eating peanut butter and jelly. And it's been so, so tasty. So that, and we got bananas. And that's it. So simple, but it kept me busy. I have almost all of my steps for the day. So cooking will get the rest of them done. This is the book that I'm going to be cooking out of. This is The Mediterranean Dish is the screen name, the Instagram handle of the author. And she's wildly, wildly popular, has several books, and everything in this looks incredible. Absolutely, like, I don't know if there's anything in here I wouldn't eat. Ooh, pan-grilled zucchini. I just bought zucchini. Interesting. Anyway, let me show you what I plan on making. This is what I want to make: farro corn and cherry tomato salad with basil vinaigrette. Semi-pearled farro. I already have farro cooked. Frozen or thawed corn kernels, 1 cup of kidney beans, halved cherry tomatoes, green bell pepper. Oh, I don't have a green bell pepper, but that's okay. I don't like green bell pepper anyway. And the basil vinaigrette. So I'm not going to have exact measurements here. I'm going to use my container of farro, the whole can of beans, and the whole can of corn, and I'm just going to make the dressing and throw it all together and see what happens. And this is the basil vinaigrette that I'm making. So we're gonna make it up here with the 2 cups of fresh basil. This will probably get me maybe 1. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I got the ingredients and we're kind of making it up as we go. So stay tuned for that. So now I'm gonna make some dinner and work on my salad at the same time. Costco this morning. Here's a little Costco haul. That's it, mini fruit bars. My husband's deodorant was on sale and he just opened his last one, so the timing was perfection. I got some smoked salmon, wild caught, one of my favorite ways to treat myself. We needed more frozen nugs, so we got nugs. We got organic edamame. This has 12 packs in it. It's 6 pounds of it. My husband likes to have this as a snack, but it's not consistently in stock at Target, so I don't have it with consistency. So I sucked it up and I was like, here's your new healthy consistent snack. And then we got some berries. We had to go with organic raspberries and blueberries today, and then I got regular strawberries, and then the birthday cake, which is the whole reason I went. Stay tuned. We'll see if they actually followed my instructions, because my instructions were actually to make it a vanilla cake, but then they give you two options: white cake with cheesecake filling or chocolate cake with chocolate mousse filling. Darcy might have told us that she likes the white cake with the chocolate filling, so I scratched things out and wrote it in. Hopefully they did it right. We'll find out tonight. That's the whole reason I went, was to pick up this cake. By the way, look at the size of this thing. For $18. $18 for a cake of this size. Custom made. Crazy. Okay, so the final step for this rut busting thing, never mind the super shiny face. I just got out of the shower after having a nice long workout. I have got my 10,000 steps, 10,102 steps, and it is 4:45, and Wednesday. By the way, it's Wednesday. Yesterday we went to small group and celebrated our small group leader's birthday, the wife of the couple, and it was a nice party with our group. We actually met their daughter and her husband, and we brought cake and had a cookout, and it was just a lovely time. And I didn't pick up any camera to vlog any bit of it because it wasn't necessary, but that ate up our entire evening, and rightfully so. We had a great time. So today is a new day, and I did all of the fitness things. I ran my healthy meeting. I went and I washed my hair and used like clarifying shampoo, and I did like an exfoliating mask on my face and got all the heavy moisturizers going, the oils, the serums, the hyaluronic acid, you name it, which is why I'm as shiny as a greased pig right now. So you're welcome for that. But I wanted to tell you what I'm going to do to kind of get to plan myself out of the rest of the rut. So we talked about, we showed up for ourselves the way we were supposed to. I've gotten the workouts in the last couple of days. I've started eating in a way that feels much better to me, and I've been eating a whole bunch of healthy, nourishing things. I've been listening to my body, not overeating, and spoiler alert, the scale has already gone down 1.2 pounds in like the last 3 days. And so it was just a sign to me that, hey, you're on the right track. Congratulations. And so to finish this up, next week starts July. And if you are in the planning or goal planning world, you know that July means a new quarter. It is the second half of the year. It is Q3. And so for those of us that are goal planners, it is a new 90-day quarterly planning session that is coming for us. You've either already done it. By the time you've seen this video, maybe you have already done it, or you're about to do it. And tomorrow is my meeting with my paid membership community, where we sit down and talk about our goals together for the upcoming month, and in this conversation, the upcoming quarter, which means I have to sit and I have to goal plan. And I'm very excited to do it. So I've got a couple of plans for goal planning. I have concrete goals that I want to reach, and then I also have like rewards that I want to earn, rewards that I am planning for myself. I can't decide how many of them are going to be like, this quarter I want to earn X thing, or if I just want to make like one of my fun lists. I have gone through, this is actually it says celebrating wins, but it's the same idea. I have all of these pre-formatted lists from Cultivate What Matters. They're my wild cards from the last couple of years. I'm going through them and being like, okay, I'm never going to use these. Let's recycle those. So I have a pile of recycled ones, and then I have a pile of ones that I haven't used yet, but I should. And so I think one of those might be turned into a rewards list. And as I go through and do the things I'm supposed to do and show up as my dream self this summer, I can earn those rewards as I go. So the final step is going to be to sit down and to set these goals. And then I will be able to kickstart July feeling refreshed, feeling ready, feeling excited and motivated. I know motivation isn't the key thing that we can depend on to drive us towards our goals, but it definitely helps when you wake up feeling inspired and a little bit motivated. It helps to get that ball rolling. So that is the plan. And if you want to see what my goals are, you're gonna have to hit that subscribe button because those videos will be coming soon once I set them, and I'll be sharing them with you. The quarterly goals, the rewards I'm gonna earn, the monthly goals, the whole 9 yards, my friends. So if that is exciting to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as for this video, that is it. I am actually feeling so much better. Oh, my hair is everywhere. I should have it in a ponytail. I'm feeling so much better, y'all, so much better. And so I'm really excited for this new quarter. It's like July is the new January for me, which is something actually like effectively worth considering. So there's that. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for being here. Can't wait to tell you more really soon. I hope this video helped encourage you to take some action to get yourself out of a rut that you are in, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.